Can we really, for real, have this conversation about Slaughterhouse?
Oh, I
That's the
was
most hip
avoiding
hop thing
this
that's happening right now,
conversation.
man.
I was
I
avoiding this
mean,
conversation for
I was trying
so
to avoid it,
long.
but that's one of the things that we got to talk about, man, because
Oh my
a
god!
lot of
All right,
people
let's
really
go.
don't know what's going on.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's have this conversation.
So, for those that don't know what's going on, I'm gonna take it all the way back, and I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence with this, right? Slaughterhouse was a group that comprised of Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz, Crooked Eye, and um, Joe Budden. I didn't mean to forget about Joe Budden. D. I know that's going to be a sticking point for you. What the fuck ever. Anyway, so that was a super group, and they were all together. They did a couple mixtapes, and then they got signed to Shady Records under Eminem, and they did an album, and then they just kind of went their separate ways. Joe Budden, for those of y'all that know, he was on a few different shows. He's got his Joe Budden podcast right now, all of that other stuff, and he straight out said he retired from rap. He's not doing rap. And that kind of, I won't ever use the word downfall. I will say that was one of the possible many behind the scenes things that kind of split the group up. So now fast forward to a couple weeks ago, Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye, they stayed strong within each other, and they've been doing music individually and collectively. So they decided that they're going to do a group uh, together. Um, in the first, I don't know if it's mixtape, album, single, whatever it was, is called "The Death of Slaughterhouse,"
Mm.
and that's rubbed some people the wrong way.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Um,
whoa, 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 whoa. Frame it right. It's called The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse.
okay, whatever. It's called "The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse." Either way, it's two of the members of Slaughterhouse and the original two members that's not. So I think that's what the issue is with a lot of people when it comes to this being a thing, because they're still using the name Slaughterhouse in what they're doing. Um, I recently saw a video where Joel Ortiz was talking to Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9". It was basically trying to air out grievances and kind of, you know, speak his piece, so to speak, on what was going on with the situation. And if I'm honest, it looked like it was two against one, where Joel was talking to Royce and Joe Budden, and saying from his side, he thought that the reason that the group broke up, one was because Joe Budden left and retired, and two, it was a money issue. Which, if you follow anything in hip hop, you know that money is always the root of anyone to stop any progression from them making anything happen. Um, so that's what the video was. Now, my take on it, now that I've given the background, allow me to speak my opinion on it. I personally don't care. I'm here for hip hop and for music. I do ultimately wish that they would get back strong, because Slaughterhouse was one of the last, I can say, real representations of current hip hop.
True.
Bars
True.
over everything. The beats were solid, but
True.
they was spitting over the beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was. I mean, we still got Wu Tang out there doing their thing. Nas is out there, but if we're talking about groups and a legitimate super group where each individual
One of my
was
absolute
strong in their
faves.
own right, and they came together and just formed like Voltron, we haven't had one like that since
Who
then,
knows who
and
Voltron
I don't
is?
know if we will.